Hello team and family, this is video 3 for percent proportions finding the part. The 7th grade students are required to raise $120 for their field lesson. Angelina earned 45% of the $120 by doing the fundraisers that the school offered. How much money did Angelina raise through the fundraisers? So, I know that 45% is how much was earned through fundraisers. So that's my percentage. I'm looking for the amount that was raised through the fundraisers, so I'm looking for 45%, and I know the total amount is 120. So this is equal to the whole thing. If I know that information, I can set up a percent proportion to solve for how much money that actually is. So 120 is my whole amount. I'm looking for how much money is that out of 120. If it's 45% and all percentages are out of 100. So basically I want to find out what 45% of 120 is to figure out how much money did she raise through the fundraisers. So step 1, I'm going to cross multiply. 120 times 45 equals 100 times x. Step 2, multiply the two numbers that are next to each other. So I'm going to multiply 120 times 45. So I can either multiply on the side of the paper if I don't know it, but I know that 120 times 45 equals 5,400. Step 3, divide both sides by the number in front of the variable. So I'm going to divide both sides by 100. 100 divided by 100 cancels out. There's 2 zeros on the bottom and 2 zeros on the top. So really I'm just dividing 54 by 1. 54 divided by 1 is 54. So how much money did Angelina raise through the fundraisers? She raised $54 out of the 120 by the fundraisers, which is 45% of 120. So part B asks, how much money was raised not through the fundraiser? So if she raised 120, but we know that 54 was raised through the fundraisers, then we can take away 54 from 120 to figure out the number that was not fundraisers. Because I've got the total amount, which is 120, minus the fundraisers, should get us the amount that is not the fundraisers. So if I subtract 120 minus 54, I'm going to have to borrow from the 2, make it a 1, make the 0 a 10, 10 minus 4 is 6, borrow from the 1, make it a 0, make the 1 an 11, 11 minus 5 is 6, 0 minus 0 is 0. So 66 was not fundraisers, or $66. Now, one more way that I could figure out how much was not through fundraisers, I could take 55%, because if I know that 45% was fundraisers, then 55% was not fundraisers, and then just try to figure out of 120 what is 55%. And if I solve that proportion correctly, I should get 66, which is my answer. So how much money was raised not through the fundraiser? $66 was raised not by the fundraiser.